Hello, 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 please work, please work. Please work. Please work, please work, please work, please, please, please. I'm begging. I'm begging you work. I'm begging. Hello, hello, hello. Is that better? Dab moik work. Book dab moik. Hello? Hello who? Does that work? So now it's picking up everything. If it's higher. What about this? What about this? Does this work good? Does this? If this is good, then I'll keep this. No suppression, no nothing. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Fuck it, let's do that. Yes, boys. Hello, Ethan. Sorry, I was just setting up a few things there. I've realised I had this stream on the whole time, but it was unlisted because I'm an absolute fraud. I'm actually the biggest fraud in the business. But how are you, Ethan? How are you guys? You guys ready for a good game? A good game of football? I've got the stream up here, got the timer ready, locked and loaded. Actually, let me just fix this. I need to resume it in exactly 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3. There you go. The timer should be perfect. Let me just open up the settings. How are you? How are you all? How are you all on this fine... What is it now? Tuesday evening? Wednesday evening? It's something evening. I don't know what day it is, to be honest. I'm just trying to find out the command to change this. How does the mic sound, by the way? I've been trying to fix the audio up. I know it was very risky last time. Yes, come on England indeed. And in fact, that's a very good point, Ethan. Very good point you do raise there. Why am I not wearing my England shirt? That's a very good question, you know. Come on, England. It is an England game. What are your score predictions, guys? We need to hit these guys. Hit them hard, hit them quick, hit them strong. Because we've only got a matter of weeks now until Euro 2021. A big tournament, a massive tournament, and a big opportunity for England to finally get some silverware under their hands. Finally win a major tournament. This is massive. It's very, very massive. As England on the front foot again here. Should we have a little look at the lineups? England 3-0, Ethan. I like your confidence. I like your bold nature. And you know what? I think we are going to get a clean sheet. Definitely going to get a clean sheet. And 3-0, I can't see too much wrong with that. But I don't think it's confident enough. Because I'm going with a 5-0. That's right, you heard it here first. 5-0. You're probably thinking, James, you're crazy. What do you mean 5-0? Well, let me tell you, sunshine. No, I'm not crazy. Just watch and see. And for some reason, everything today is just... Everything that could have gone wrong has gone wrong. But this stream is not going to be one of those because I won't allow it. It's a beautiful ball sprayed across the right here to Trent, who's ripped a shot over the crossbar there. Funny having Trent starting. What does that tell you guys? What do you guys think about Trent Alexander-Arnold starting? Obviously, there's been this whole thing about him bringing 4 or 5 right backs in. Well, 4 right backs, in fact, bringing Trent, Walker, James, and Trippier. So what do you think about Trent starting here? Do you think he should start in the Euros for you? Or do you think that it was a risky decision to bring him in? As Lingard wins ahead of there. Wait, why are they showing Lingard? What's going on here? What have I missed? What have I missed? I'm trying to get the lineups, but it's absolutely mucking around. It won't show me the lineups. I'm trying to get them up. Sorry, boys. Do bear with me. If anyone can tell me why the hell I just saw Jesse Lingard on my screen... and why the hell there are no lineups anywhere, that would be very much appreciated. James, it's not San Marino. Hey, I know it's not San Marino, but, you know, we're England. We've got to be going into this as we mean to go forward, which is with attacking intent, goals, high-intensity football. Conte in. I will actually shave my pubic hair if Conte gets the job, Morgan. I mean... if that happens and you somehow keep Harry Kane, I don't even know what football is anymore. I do not know what football is. If Conte finds his way at Tottenham Hotspur, then there's issues. Serious issues with the world of football. Let me bring this closer. Am I too quiet or am I too loud? As the ball's played forward here. Messi, Lingardinho on the attack. Bukayo Saka playing. It's a very questionable lineup. I'm not sure what he's playing at here, to be honest. Because, yeah, sure, you want to give players some game time. But why is this our lineup? This is not going to be our lineup in the tournament. What's he playing at? We need to start how we plan to start in the tournament. I mean, maybe he's just there's certain players that played for Chelsea and Man City that aren't going to feature. I presume that's what's going on here because they haven't had enough time to train. But this doesn't make any sense to me. This don't make any sense one bit. I know it's a friendly. I know it's San Marino. Should be watching the Wales game, mate. That's some real football. Well, hey, I'll have a close eye on that one. Is that going on at the same time? I'm telling you, everything on my phone with to do with like one football and any kind of score updating, it's all showing me that the games are meant to be kicking off today, but it's not showing me anything about them. So I'm trying to get a live score update going here. Why is Phillips not playing? Like I said, mate, this is a very, very strange lineup by the looks of it. And it's not the lineup he's going to be playing in the tournament. Grealish will not be starting. Saka will not be starting. Mings will not be starting. Lingard has been left out of the squad. It's a very funny lineup, so I wouldn't take too much into the fact that Calvin Phillips is not playing. He's probably just playing players that he knows aren't going to get any game time just to, you know, fulfill the quota. I don't understand this lineup one bit, if I'm honest with you. So I could not tell you why Phillips is not playing. He should be playing. That's for damn sure. For Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw, of course, not starting today. I'm trying to get the lineup on the screen for you, actually. Does anyone know a site that's actually reliable? Unlike OneFootball. Massive frauds. Massive frauds. Absolutely massive frauds. So I can get you a bit more information on this. See, this just giving me predicted lineups. Alright, I don't want to hear the predicted lineups. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear the real deal. But anyway, alas, I digress. I'll tell you the lineup. We've got a back four of Kiri T, aka Kieran Trippier. Oh my days. Look how suave he's looking. Look at my guy Gareth. Look at that. That is a boss man right there. That is a suave geezer. That is a geezer you don't want to mess with. Gareth Southgate, what a flipping legend. How is Saka in the squad? Because Saka is a baller. That is how Saka's in the squad. Saka is not just a baller. He's orgasmic on the ball. He's lightning quick. He's got that beautiful youngster playing style that a lot of young players have, where they haven't been so ingrained in the sport for so long, so they're just off the cuff in the way they do their movements. They're free, they're dynamic. When players get a bit more experience, they get a bit more old, their movements sometimes become a bit more predictable, a bit less street football wise. But that is what Bukayo Saka still has right now. And that is what makes Bukayo Saka such a great addition, because he offers what no one else does because of the ignorance of youth in a way. Of course, we have a few players like that, but Bukayo Saka is just one of those players that is off the cuff brilliant. That's exactly why he's in the England squad. And here he is now on the ball. Bukayo Saka cuts inside, drills it down the left, drills a cross in. And there you go. That's what I'm talking about. Bukayo Saka at it again. Taking the ball down the line. You can't stop him. Okay, that lovely cross. Okay, the cross left a lot to be desired, to be honest. The cross was not quite good enough. But the run was fantastic. The run was fantastic. What do you guys think of Saka? What do you guys think of the squad in general? Do you trust Gareth Southgate? And I'm pretty sure I'm going to see a resounding no in there. I want to see some ones. You know what? Let's flip the script. I want to see some ones in the chat right now if you trust Gareth Southgate. If you trust Gareth Southgate, I want to see some ones in the chat. Oh, we've got some ones. Oh, what do we have here? There's a legend who trusts him, and it's drilled in, and it's 1-0. It's Messi Lingard. Messi Lingard. What's happening? What's happening, geese? What's this all about? Oh, he's giving a free kick. Are you serious, man? It was 1-0. So the corner comes in, it's headed out, and it's drilled in. And it's flicked in. He's onside, no? Who's that who's flicked it in? It's Jude Bellingham who's flicked it in the end. So it's drilled in by Lingard. Bellingham, lovely flick in there. That should be a goal. He was onside. That's absolutely ridiculous. 2. Hey, I didn't say any 2s for people who don't trust Gareth Southgate, right? There's a reason why I didn't say that. There's a reason. There's a reason why I didn't ask people who doesn't trust Gareth Southgate, because I know absolutely nobody trusts Gareth Southgate. Look at that. Saka, what a player. What a baller. What a magnifico. And you know what? Because of that dodgy decision, it proves what I'm saying. We're not getting the luck right now. We're not getting the luck. It's not coming in. We're getting screwed over by dodgy officiating yet again. So this means one thing, and it can only possibly mean one thing. I need to change my top. Actually, I'll wait till 25 minutes in. If we're not winning by the 25th minute, then I'm doing a deadline day transfer of the top, because this is not good enough right now. We've got the suavest manager in the game in Sir Gareth Southgate. What a beautiful man. When he lifts that Euro trophy, that Euro 2021 trophy, everyone's going to forgive him. Everyone's going to feel like shit for all the words that they've used against him, for the visceral way in which they insulted him. Insulted a legend of the game, an icon. A man who knows what no one else does. Sir Gareth Southgate. At least the England manager isn't in prison. Oh, mate. You know all about managers in prison doing you over, don't you, as a Spurs fan? Ollie Watkins here. What's going on, man? Why am I seeing Watkins? Why am I seeing Lingard? Why am I seeing these dons that aren't in the team All right, fair enough. We've got players that are coming from the European finals that can't play. Maybe because they haven't had enough time in the squad. But why are these guys getting game time? They're not going to be playing in the tournament. It's not going to help us. What's going on here? What am I watching? This is ridiculous, man. Ollie Watkins, are you serious? He shouldn't even have been in the 33-man squad, let alone should he be playing now. It was criminal enough that he was picked over Patrick Bamford. Now he's picked in the squad, and he's not even going to be playing in the flipping tournament, man. Honestly, how is this going to help get the players' confidence going into the tournament when you're playing them with teammates who aren't going to flipping be there? What if Watkins goes and scores a hat-trick today? What does that do? Oh shit, I completely forgot about Ryan Giggs. Is Ryan Giggs still Wales manager? No way. Well, if Ryan Giggs is Wales manager, I'm actually done. If that absolute slime ball, well, I can't call him I mean, he's done some questionable things. That's all I'm going to say. That are not alleged in the past. And there's even more questionable stuff going on right now, allegedly. So until that's cleared up, I cannot give comment on that. But if he's still manager with all this controversy, I would be shocked. All it took is one whiff of a controversy for Sam Allardyce to be booted out the door. So let alone if Big Fat Sam was in a controversy of beating women. I mean, like I said, it's all alleged, but speaking of alleged, there's an alleged goal coming here. Grealish gets absolutely side down there. He had no chance of getting past him with the ball there. That was very clever from Jack Grealish. Very clever indeed. Tapped the ball past his man and then took a dive. Very, very clever play by Jack Grealish. The Greel deal by all accounts. Would he start for you guys in the tournament? Of course, he hasn't had a lot of game time this season. He has come Why didn't Joe Willock make the team? Unfortunately, Puppet, for a couple of reasons. Number one, because there's a bias against players that play for clubs that aren't in the top half of the table. That's always been the case with England, as we know. Whether that's right or wrong, that is the fact. Second of all, I think his upturn in form just came a little bit too late at the end of the season for him to be put in there, because we have so many other great attacking midfielders that he was just a little bit too late in the season. I wouldn't have minded him being in there, but I think he has to wait till next year, and he could potentially get himself into that squad. But the question here is, why is Lingard playing? Why is Watkins on the bench about to play when they're not in the final squad? What is this whole 33-man squad malarkey about? I mean, what a load of absolute tarp. But would you guys start Grealish in the tournament up front, in the front three? Would you start Grealish in there? Because obviously, like I was saying, he hasn't had a lot of game time this year because he has been out of injury. Well, he has had a fair bit of game time, but he's been out with injury for what, the best part of a good past couple of months, like 2.5 out of the past 4 months. Like, he's only just come back from injury. So is he going to be sharp enough? Does he warrant himself to get in over a Mount, over a Foden, over a Sterling? No, he's better than Sterling. I disagree with that, and I feel like Sterling brings a lot of tournament experience. However, Grealish does. He is better in some ways than Sterling, and you'd start Grealish. But the thing is it's one thing saying you'd start Grealish over Sterling, who I believe is going to start because he is, of course, Gareth Southgate's right-hand man. But do you think Grealish warrants a start over Mount? Do you think he warrants a start over Foden? Do you think he warrants a start over Sancho? Do you think he warrants a start over Rashford if Rashford can get himself fit? Also, you asked about Saka, by the way, why he's starting. And another reason is because your man, Greenwood. Greenwood has been taken out of the squad, obviously, because of... Willock is better than Sterling. All right, you're taking a piss now, mate. You're taking a piss. Willock better than Sterling. What an absolute load of codswallop. I told you, man, I love Willock. I think he's a fucking baller. I love the way he plays. I love the way he plays with a smile on his face. He's self-motivated. He's self-driven. He gives everything every time he steps on that blade of grass. However, Sterling is way ahead of all these players on experience. But Willock, man, Willock is very exciting for the future. I want to see him go to a club where he can get more game time like he is at Newcastle, but he can also express himself more in a more expansive team. For example, going to a Leeds, I'd love to see a Joe Willock at a Leeds. Where would you guys want to see Joe Willock next year? What do you think is the best move for him in his career? Because I don't think it's going back for Arsenal. I don't think he fits into their squad. Bukayo Saka now on the wing. Speaking of Arsenal youngsters, gives it back to Kieran Trippier. World Cup semi-final hero. Atletico Madrid hero. Mings. What the hell is Mings doing on that pitch there? Why is Trippier playing left back? Why did we bring 4 right backs and not enough left backs if Trippier is playing left back? Are you telling... I mean, Chilwell. Are you telling me Chilwell's our only left back? Or Luke Shaw? This is ridiculous stuff. I don't know about you guys. What do you think these friendlies should be used for? It all comes down to it. Some people will say, oh, you know what? You don't need to use the main players. It's just about mixing the squad around, giving people a chance to express themselves. But nigh on your 11 that you're planning on going to the tournament with. Or at least 8 out of the 11. So that they can get used to playing with each other. Because the more you get used to playing with each other, the better you are. As the ball's flicked out here, it's Messi Lingard. I don't know how Lingard wasn't picked in the squad, but it's fallen to Saka, who shanked at it and couldn't get it in. But yeah, you're talking about Willock. How has Lingard been dropped out of the squad? That is very poor for me. That is very, very poor. I wanted to see Lingard in there. Look at him, man. He's classy. He's classy on grassy. Unfathomable, if you ask me. That is a terrible shot by Saka there. An absolutely terrible shot by Saka. What do you guys think of Jude Bellingham as well? I think it's a bit of a Theo Walcott situation for me. Remember when Theo Walcott got put in the World Cup squad? I believe it was under... Was it Sven-Goran Eriksson? Was it Eriksson? And he just put him on the bench the whole time there just to gather a bit of experience. I think that's a similar thing with Jude Bellingham for me. So I don't necessarily have any qualms with that. However, the only qualm really comes in is when someone like Lingard's missing out, who should be who should be starting. I'll tell you what I have found, which is ridiculous, is this Ward-Prowse thing. People complaining about Trent Alexander-Arnold being picked over Ward-Prowse is absolutely laughable, if you ask me. I'd rather have, and they say, oh, because he's going to shoehorn him in central midfield because we have 4 right-backs. I'd rather have Trent in centre midfield than Ward-Prowse. I'm sorry, Ward-Prowse is not good enough to bring a major tournament home for England. He's just not. He's all right on set pieces, but you know who's better on set pieces? Trent Alexander-Arnold. And Trent Alexander-Arnold's more dynamic, and Trent Alexander-Arnold can play in multiple positions, and Trent Alexander-Arnold has done it at a higher level than Ward-Prowse. So I don't understand why there's so much of an uproar about him bringing Trent instead of Ward-Prowse. I mean, I may be delusional on this. That's why I want to hear what you guys have to say about it. But I don't see Ward-Prowse having any space in that England team for me. I feel like Trent is 10 times the better the player Ward-Prowse is, and 10 times the player Ward-Prowse can be. Of course, with Trent being so young, there's still a lot of room for development, either if he pushes forward into a different formation, into a different position, or if he is given time to develop at right back more. Whatever happens in the rest of his career, he has a lot more of a ceiling than Ward-Prowse, and he's going to be a lot more of a useful international player. So for me, no question he should have been picked over there. So I don't see so much of a problem with these 4 right backs. And here's Trent on the ball, whipping a ball in, and it is deflected over the bar. There's a lovely cross by Trent there, drilling it in. Those are the crosses you need to see more of. Not so much height on it. Lovely whip, lovely dip, and a little bit of curl. Not too much curl. You don't need to whip it in like that. You just need to drill it very low to the ground. Those are the ones that are the hardest to defend. Here we go now. We've got a corner. This is it. This is where the magic happens. Get it to big man Kane. Get it to Haroldinho McCain. Here we go. Here we go. Rises like a salmon. Oh, what the hell's that? That is very questionable defending by Austria. And yet we still can't capitalise. Yeah, I think he shot himself in the foot with this 33-man squad. I can see why he did it, but he's really shot himself in the foot here. I mean, he didn't want to come to a conclusion too soon, and with certain players with injuries like the Harry Maguires, the Calvin Phillips, and he didn't want to rush to any conclusions. But now he's picked this many players. He's lumbered with so many players now that are going to want game time, that are going to be so happy to get in the England squad, that are going to be jealous of other players in the team who've been picked in the tournament. Like Lingard now, he's probably going to be a bit salty. He's probably going to be a bit petty that there's other players that he perceives to be worse than him that are playing in the tournament. I feel like Gareth Southgate's really shot himself in the foot here. I mean, I could see why he did it. I could see why he chose the 33-man squad, but I feel like it's actually been very detrimental to him, and it hasn't been good to him at all. I feel like he's really shot himself in the foot there. What do you guys think? I feel like was not good enough, was not a good decision, was not a well thought out decision, and a lot of these England decisions have not been well thought out. But you know what? I'm someone who backs Gareth Southgate. I know I'm slagging him off a bit now, and that's why, you know what, I back him, but there's always 2 sides to every story. I've got to give both sides of the story. I think he can do the business for England, but I can still question him. Even though I like someone or I rate someone, I can question certain things about them. The same way I like and rate Raheem Sterling, I can question some things about his decision-making. Sometimes he seems a bit rushed. Sometimes he seems a bit instinctive in nature, in that when he has time to think about things, he can sometimes squander the chances, like Timo Werner, like Cavani. So you can always look at 2 sides to every story, but what is the reason? I want to know from you guys who clearly don't rate Gareth Southgate. One standalone reason, one big reason, England. One big reason as to why Gareth Southgate is a fraud, is why he's done. He's not good enough. He's never going to be good enough. I mean, look how classy he looks, man. Look at him in that suit and shirt there. Oh, orgasmic. Look, mate, he's a waistcoat extraordinaire. And I tell you, extraordinaire, some frauders taken my package today. I don't know where the hell they've taken it, where the hell they've put it, but now I've got no pre-workout, and I just wasted a bucket load of cash over to My Protein to not even get my stuff. So I've been absolutely screwed over today, multiple times. Delivery men, postmen, every kind of man under the sun has screwed me over. But I tell you one man that's not going to screw me over today, and his name is Sir Gareth Southgate. As the ball's out to Kane here, he chips it across. Here we go, Trippier back sticks. This is what I'm talking about. Cuts it down with his right foot, drills it back. Declan Rice now out to Grealish, the real deal. And he's earned another foul, man. Stop it, Grealish. It's filthy. It's disgusting. Look, to be fair, this is why Grealish is the most foul player in the league, because he's a great dribbler, he's great at taking people on, he's great at earning fouls because there's no other way to stop him. But he also does things like that. He gets the ball here, he knew he wasn't going to get anywhere with the ball, so he manages to craft himself. What he does, he takes a heavy touch so that it draws the defender in. Once the defender gets drawn in, then he does that little flick there, gets his body in between the ball and takes a dive. That's what Grealish is so good at. That's why he gets so many free kicks for his team. It's not all just him getting taken out. There's a craft to it. There's a way he does it. He makes himself vulnerable for like a split second, so the defender thinks, I can get the ball. Once they go in to get it, that's when he suddenly drops his body in the way, and then the second that the defender makes any contact, he's on the floor. Boom, he's got a free kick. And could this be the free kick? Here we go, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Show me why you're better than Ward-Prowse, baby. Show me why you're better than Ward-Prowse. He drills it in. Ah, he's hit the wall. You massive fraud. Kane! Oh, lovely flick on by Kane there. That was lovely. That was a lovely flick on there. Mings now. Ah, they've got a free kick. This referee's having an absolute bobble. He's having a laugh. The referee is on spice. By the way, that time is correct. That's not just a random clock in the corner. I'm not just a fan of clockwork. That is actually the time of the stream I'm watching, the game. So, you know, you can see the score, if anything. If you can't manage to get ITV up somewhere, maybe you're not from England. I know if you're from England, then it's being shown on ITV, which is basically our international broadcaster for the game. Well, not it's an independent company, but it's basically an independent British TV company. Here we go, Grealish now cuts inside, gives it to Harry Kane. Harry Kane's in on goal, and he squandered it. Why are you taking it on your left there? You've got to cut it into your right and curl it into the corner. He's taken it across onto his left there. That is not good enough from Harry Kane. His trim isn't good enough for me, and that finish is certainly not good enough for me. And he gave himself too much to do there. He opened the angle, he let it go past him. He should have taken it inside sooner there. Let's have another look at this. So they win the ball there. Lovely pressing by Saka. Gives it into Grealish, who holds on to it. Kane's actually offside when he plays it to him, but he takes a heavy touch onto his left foot. That's where you've got to be opening your body up and curling it with your right. That's not good enough. That's not good enough for me. He's taking it straight down the middle there. Got to be a better finish there. And if we're going to get anywhere in this tournament, we need to be more clinical when we have chances like that. Because we'll get away with that against Austria. But if we're playing a Germany, if we're playing a Spain, and God forbid if we're playing a France, and you try and do that, then that is very, very risky. Big up JT. Thank you very much, Burgav. My man. Good to see you in here. Good to see you. Nice to see you. Nice. How's it going over there? What time is it over in America, over in the States, mate? You said it was a 5-hour difference, so it must be, what? 5:30 there? 5:30? Wait, no, my time... I'm an idiot. 3:30. I can't do maths, apparently. Apparently, I cannot do maths. I'm an absolute fraud. But yeah, what a flipping day this has been. My head's been all over the spaff today, to be honest. I think I'm still a bit concussed. I was at the gym yesterday doing legs, and I smacked the back of my head on the bar, and I was so dizzy for the rest of that workout. And that is not a good sign, because I have football trials coming up on Friday, and I need to be sharp and fit. 3:30, yes. Thank you very much for tuning along. Very much appreciated. Are you watching this game, or are you just watching the stream? I'll tell you, you haven't missed too much if you haven't got this game up, by the way. So far, it's been a bit placid. We've had a couple of good chances, but but nothing of note. Of course, scoring a goal which was given offside, and I hope Look, I told you I'd fix the audio. The audio so far, touch wood, seems good. It seems alright. Seems crisp. It seems calm. Nice. Good luck on the trials. Thank you, mate. Thank you, mate. I hope I do. I hope I do myself proud there. It's they haven't told me the times of the trials yet. It's quite a weird one. They're gonna tell me on Thursday what time I have the trials on Monday. Anytime from like 10 to 4. But I haven't played actual like football with other people for fucking like a year now. So I hopefully I won't be rusty. Like, I've just been playing football by myself in my garden. I literally don't have anyone to play with up here. So if anyone knows any teams or anything going on in Manchester where I can play football, then that'd be very much appreciated. Yeah, watching the game, was worried when Grealish and Saka went down. What were you worried for them getting injured? To be honest, I don't see any of them really starting in the tournament. Maybe Grealish. I don't see Saka. I see Saka as a good bench option. I feel like he could be well deployed against a lot of other teams. But if you've actually seen this lineup, mate, I don't get it at all. There's a lot of players here that literally aren't even in the 26-man squad. So it's a funny old thing he's done here, mate. But Saka and Grealish, of course, are. Do you think Saka will start? Do you think Grealish will start? But, mate, as for Grealish going down as well, I mean, Grealish, he lives half of the game on the floor. Let's be real here. This guy's the most fouled player in the Premier League by a country mile. I think second to him is Wilfried Zaha, who also eats grass for a living. He's like a cow, isn't it? Is it cows who eat grass? I think it's cows who eat grass. I hope I haven't just made a tit of myself there. But I'm pretty sure it's cows who eat grass. Cows, Grealish, and Zaha. The three people who eat... Well, okay, I've just called a cow a person. My brain... Maybe I still am concussed. I think so. As Austria clear the ball away there. Come on, man. This is placid, man. How are we not managing to carve open Austria? If we can't beat Austria, then how the hell are we going to beat France, Spain, Portugal, Germany, Italy? What position do you play? Well, mate, as you can see, I'm a midget. So, I'm an attacker. I'm a nimble attacker. I'm light on my feet. I'm agile. I'm quick. I'm slick. I'm saucy. So, I'm a winger. I can play attacking midfield as well, but generally winger, left wing, right wing. Play with both feet, which I feel like everyone should do. Everyone should learn to play with both feet. But I do play wing. I did play fullback a bit last year, and funnily enough, I actually started off in centre back. But generally, wing is where I've played 95% of my game. A little bit up front, but generally they say I'm too small to play there. What about you? Do you play? Do you kick ball? Because I know over there, you know, your main sports. They probably did like wrestling, a bit of American football, a bit of what, NBA, basketball. Well, not obviously you don't play NBA, but you play basketball, baseball, hockey. So I know it's quite a squash down sport down there. It's actually bigger. It's funny, in America, it's actually bigger with females, isn't it? How is it changing over there? Because I know. Especially back in the day, it used to be massive with women's. Like, you get the soccer moms and a lot of the girls, which is why the women's USA team used to dominate all the tournaments. So I'm interested to how that's changing with, of course, people like Pulisic coming through now, who comes through. We play, says Francis Pelican. We play. Who's we? Who's we? You is this another American? Is that what you're referring to here by we play? Or are you playing for the England national team right now, dual wielding it with your phone on the side? As the ball's whipped in by Austria. Get it away, Mings. Lovely clearing header away there. But yeah, it's funny how things are changing over there, because in a couple of years, America could actually be a powerhouse of football. You're seeing a lot more American talent coming through here, a lot more Canadian talent. I mean, just look at Alphonso Davies and Christian Pulisic and Weston McKenzie for Juventus now. You've got a lot of top players coming through there, because obviously it's such a big nation, it's such a big pool of talent. So give it 10, 20 years and you could really see... the dynamics of the world of football changed. Lucky I didn't have the skills to play winger back in the day. Had to play CDM. I'm guessing you're quite a bit taller than me then. What, like a 6-foot powerhouse back there? I'm guessing an absolute unit. Someone who would crunch your legs at any opportunity. Is this what I'm looking at here? Someone giving out straightness to the opposition team for fun. I was never gifted in the physicality department to play there personally. But you can make skills of what you were. I guess I always naturally had a bit of thing. It's bigger with females, massive for the girls. Problem with I'm not gonna say that. That's an illegal word. It's mad expensive for people. Really, it's expensive. Right, is that how it is in America? Because here it's like completely different. Like you've got rugby and you've got tennis and golf and stuff, and these are perceived in England as like the rich guy sports. Like you have to have a lot of money to play rugby, to get into these tennis clubs, to do all of this stuff. You actually you have to pay a lot of money. You're well connected, which is why you see a lot of the rich people playing tennis and stuff. And then you have football, which is basically inclusive, like everyone, no matter where you come from. You don't have to be rich, you don't have to be poor, you could be anything, and anyone can come and play football. That's what's so beautiful about football in this country and everywhere else in the world. You literally, all you need to do, buy a football for like, what, a few quid, get 11 people in the field, and you're kicking a ball around. It's absolutely beautiful. Got 6 viewers in the house now. How's it going, boys? Are you enjoying this game? Are you enjoying the lineup? But yes, that's weird. I'm so confused that you said it's expensive there. What is it like to play for clubs? Do you have to like pay $200 a month or something? Nope, I had to be more of a torera. Okay, a little powerhouse in there. Well, not a powerhouse, but so I'm guessing your strength was in your stamina and your ability to keep running with not with the ball, but without the ball, tracking players down, making sure no one can get past you, that kind of thing. It's funny then, because obviously you may have had the ability to do that in Sunday League in England, which is basically, we have this thing called Sunday League, which is basically what all the kids play and older people play. You play football every Sunday morning, and usually the manager has like a son in the team, something like that going on. You play against other kids, you have like your own little leagues, and let's just say it's a lot of Brexit ball in there, so there's no chance that you'll have a Torreira rocking around in Sunday League CDM football. If you're small, they just lump you anywhere away from the defense, or they'll put you in fullback. Because let's just say they're very heightist and they're very physically demanding. It's basically, if you know anything about Tony Pulis football, that's exactly what it is. Tony Pulis, Big Fat Sam, Sean Dyche, as Austria on the attack here. This is kamikaze stuff from England. We're on the back foot a lot here. We really are on the back foot. If you want to be sold over 50 million, that type of pass or play is not worth the price. It's not worth the price. Rice, what type of pass was that? A 17-year-old Bellingham was showing more class and more experience. Look, I don't think Rice is really there for the defensive work. Thanks for that, Sahar Mazid. I hope I'm not butchering that name. I don't think Rice is really there. I think his ball-playing abilities are a bit underrated for me. I don't think he's really a guy who is kind of like Henderson, where he's a bit unfashionable, so people think he can't actually kick a football. He's not a Calvin Phillips, though. This is what I will say. I don't think his attacking play is really good enough, like his balls through. He doesn't have that classy sheen to him. So, of course, Bellingham is a lot better on the ball. And Bellingham being 17, he could be a real generational talent. The way he's performing in the Champions League at his young age. I still think Rice is a very good signing. I think 50 million for Rice is a very good deal. As they're through here... Bloody hell, as they're through. So, I don't know if I'd agree with such harsh criticism on Rice. But I think, yeah, definitely there are a lot better ball players. So it depends what kind of system you're playing. His strength really comes from his positioning and off the ball work. Why is Lingard playing? I don't know, mate. This is what I'm saying. It doesn't really make any sense. Lingard and a lot of these other players that aren't actually in the squad are playing. Now, what I think it is because... You had, obviously, the Europa League final and the Champions League final. Exactly, mate. Exactly, mate. I don't know why they're playing him. This is what I'm saying. Because obviously you had the Champions League final and the Europa League final. He was probably thinking, oh, we can't play any of those players, so let's lump a few of these guys in. But this is the problem with picking this damn massive squad, is now you have all these players that want game times and they're laboured on you, and you have to give them game time. Why? I don't like him playing these players that aren't going to play in the tournament. I think Lingard should have been in the tournament personally, so I don't really have a problem with him playing on that respect. But if you're not going to pick him in your actual squad, why are you picking him now? We need to be playing players that are actually going to be playing in the tournament so that they can get experience playing together, like a Sancho. Why he's doing this, I do not know. I couldn't tell you, mate. It's lost me. It's completely lost me. But hey ho, I'm actually a Gareth Southgate fan by all accounts, you know. But I do not agree with that one bit. Maybe he's saving them for the next one. We need to see how he deploys against the next team. But it's all a mindfuck for me, to be honest, Sahar. It's a massive mindfuck. But in Gareth we trust. In Sir Gareth we trust. Southgate won't use Sancho in Euro total bullcrap. No, he won't. No, of course he won't. He'll maybe use him as a sub. But I see the front three for me being Sterling, Kane, and Foden. That's the front three I see. Maybe Mason Mount in there. But that depends. Is he going to play three at the back? Because if he plays three at the back, then I don't know what to say anymore. Oh, that's a terrible touch by Trent there. Would you start Sancho in the front three, though? Has he been good enough this year to warrant a front three position? Is he better than Grealish? Is he better than Foden? Is he better than Mount? Is he better than Rashford? Has he earned a spot over these guys? Is he better than Saka? I really like Sancho, but I think this year he hasn't been as good as he was last year. His numbers have fallen off a little bit. I think he's still a generational talent and he can develop into a real top baller. But has he earned it over the like of a Grealish? Has Grealish performed more impressively this year? You know? He did also pick up a little injury near the end of the season, Sancho. So maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. But then again, Rashford's been playing and Rashford's been injured the entire flipping time. Let's have a little look at the bench. Hopefully the bench is updated here, because we are going to need to make some changes if we don't buck up ideas soon. If we don't buck up our ideas, he won't drop Mount. He would drop Sterling. Sancho is better than everyone other than Foden. I don't think he will drop Sterling. I think Sterling is his main man. I think he has a lot of trust in Sterling, a lot of faith in Sterling, and Sterling's got a lot of tournament experience. I don't think he will drop Sterling personally. I think a lot of managers may, but I don't think Gareth Southgate would. As for Sancho better than everyone other than Foden, I think he won't drop Mount, but Mount may play in the midfield. Again, if he plays three at the back, he'll play Mount in the central midfield areas. If he plays four, then he may put Mount off the front three, which I find very questionable. I don't think he's good enough in that position for me. Grealish and Sancho play different sides. They do. But Sancho can play both wings, so Sancho could be squashed into the left wing instead of the right wing. So they could be vying for the same position there. And then if you have Foden on the other wing, who can also play both wings, then they are still going to be competing against each other, Grealish and Sancho. Because what, were you saying you play Grealish and Sancho together then? Because if you play Grealish and Sancho, Foden has to miss out. Rashford has to miss out. Sterling has to miss out. Sancho is a game changer. He is a game changer. He is. But better than Foden and Saka. That I disagree with. I don't think he's better than Foden. Saka, I'd say so far he's had more development time than Saka. Saka, of course, being a bit younger. I think I would say Sancho has proved he's better than Saka. I don't think he's Foden. I don't think he's as good as Foden, no. I think Foden is elite, creme de la creme is what I think Phil Foden is. As Grealish is on the attack here, nab a goal for us. Come on, son. Drills it back to absolutely nobody. Very poor yet again. I don't think he's better than Foden. Saka, I definitely agree with there. Sancho is a game changer, but you do have to look as well. What has Sancho done for England? Because it's all fine and dandy looking at these players' club forms, and you have to look at club forms. But as we know over the years, look at the golden generation. Look at the Frank Lampards, the Steven Gerrards, the Wayne Rooneys. Sometimes you have players that are so good for their club, but they don't turn up for their country. And then you look at a Danny Welbeck or an Emil Heskey, who aren't necessarily so good for their club, but then when it comes to international, they're a completely different geezer. England looked the best with Kane, Sterling, and Sancho as the front three. That was a very good time for us. I believe we won like a 7-0 at that point. Sterling scored 4, Sancho scored 2. I remember that game quite vividly, friendly, a couple of years ago. We have looked very good with those 3 together. But then, do you not play Foden? And do you just completely ignore Foden to keep those 3 happy? It's a tough job. I would drop Kane and play false 9 and use Tuchel tactics. Kane is so overrated and never wins trophy. Now, I feel like you could be an Arsenal fan. I feel like that's what's going on here. You can't drop Kane, I'm afraid. Unless if you bring in Patrick Bamford in, you can't drop Kane. You need a striker. We're in a tournament. We need someone who can finish the goals. Kane... No, I wouldn't say he's overrated. Kane's one of the best strikers in the world, man. Kane is elite. Kane has to be one of the first names on that team sheet there. False 9, Tuchel tactics. Look, if Tuchel had Harry Kane, he'd be playing Kane up top. Whether you can play Kane in a false 9 or not, maybe you can. He does drop deep quite a lot. And he did kind of play that role under Mourinho a bit, didn't he? Sancho has better skills than Foden, but Foden has a better footballing IQ. Absolutely. I also think Foden has a bit of a better touch. He's got a bit more control on the ball by his feet. It's the same way you can say Ronaldo has more flashy skills than Messi. Like, he can do better step overs, he can do Ronaldo chops, he can do these kind of things that are more elegant than Messi, maybe. Well, more eye-catching than Messi. But Messi has a lot better command of the ball, a lot better control. He's a lot better at taking it in and out of players. He's a lot better dribbler. So that's how I'd compare Sancho and Foden. I'd use Foden as my Kane and Foden as my Messi and Sancho as my Ronaldo. Kane is a goal padder. Spurs have scored the same amount of goals in EPL before Kane. Before Kane, they were absolutely useless because that was also before who came in? What was it? Pochettino. Before Mauricio Top-Notchettino came in is before Kane. Now, you're calling him a goal padder. I think that's very harsh. He's single-handedly won a lot of games for Tottenham. He's got a golden boot in the World Cup. He was top goal scorer and top assist in the Premier League. Kane just increases goals and assists, but does not add yearly tally of his team as a whole. But that's the same as a lot of people. A lot of players are like that. Look at Cristiano Ronaldo. He's like that. You could argue he's taken a lot away from the team. And that's an interesting point, you know. I can hear that. I've got a lot of time for that you could say maybe you feel like Spurs would develop more without Kane if they got the money and they reinvested it properly, because then the rest of the team would start scoring more goals. But when you're playing like England are, and we're probably going to set up quite defensively a lot of time, you check Spurs' goals before Kane per year in the EPL is the same. But you can say that about a lot of players. You can probably even say that about Sergio Aguero. Because at the end of the day, they would have still had a striker before that. They had Adebayor before that. He was a top striker. Who did they have before Adebayor? They had... flipping hell. They probably had old Billy No Mates. Soldado and that like types of thing. I think that's a bit harsh to pin on Kane. Because a lot of players like that, like Haaland right now... Dortmund is scoring less goals as a whole because of Haaland, because he's the main man. He wants the ball all the time. Because obviously Haaland is a player who wants the ball. Me. I'm the man that's going to get the goals. I'm the man that's going to do the business. Ronaldo, Rooney added an extra 15 goals to their team per year. Maybe together they were lightning, but if you look at this, you say Ronaldo did. When Ronaldo, I dropped Kane in FIFA, but in real life, no, absolutely the same for me, mate. In FIFA, he's absolutely trash. He's absolutely useless. He's always getting dropped there. In real life, yes, I agree, you can't drop him. Ronaldo, Rooney. When Ronaldo left Man United, Rooney suddenly had the best goal-scoring career. The best goal-scoring season of his career is the year after he left, when he had Tevez up front with him, and I forget who else he had up front with him, Rooney. But he actually had the best goal-scoring year of his career to that date after Ronaldo left, because Ronaldo was taking goals away that Rooney could have been getting. So yes, you say they added the goals to their team, but there's always a give and take with it. It's not as simple as to say he hasn't added goals to their tally, therefore he's a bad striker. There's a lot more things that go into it. So it means classic strikers are not helping teams. That's why City and Chelsea team types are making it to the final. It's true. It's true that there is a changing in the dynamic. It's becoming a lot more important to press from the front. It's becoming a lot more important to do the dog work, to create more space for other teams, to get the whole team involved. However, if City had Kane in their team, I feel like they'd be doing a lot better than they are now. If you just slide a Harry Kane into that team who's going to finish every single chance they create, I feel like they'd probably won the Champions League if they had a Harry Kane in that team. So I don't think it's necessarily saying that the old-fashioned strikers or the number 9 is becoming obsolete. They definitely can't do what they used to, which is basically sit up at the top of the pitch and just wait for balls to come in left, right, and centre. That is a fair point. But there's still a use for them, and they're still very useful, especially if you're creating very few chances like England do. You need someone who's going to put them away. Someone in that big game who's going to steal you a goal, whose movement, who's classy thing. And Harry Kane's not some static bum. He's got the most assists in the league, not just the most goals. So there's a lot of facets and a lot of aspects you have to put into it. Of course, there is a changing of the guard, though, in the way teams are playing. There is a changing in the guard. But having said that, both Chelsea and Man City want Harry Kane. So that should tell you enough. That should tell you enough about what you need to know. Why is my doorbell going? Please tell me that's my delivery. If it is, I'm actually going to come in my pants because I started fucking charging around every single house. I'll be back in 10 seconds. Literally 10 seconds. It wasn't. Oh, man. No pre-workout for this guy. This guy got absolutely scammed, conned. Anything you want to say under the sun is what I got done. But when are they going to show me the bench? I want to see the bench for this damn squad. For this damn game. Honestly, I've never seen a more useless flipping service than what I'm seeing here. Why does no one have the squad? Honestly, no one has the lineup. The lineup's nowhere. Being a workhorse is important. If City had Kane, they would not be able to dominate possession. They might finish chances, but they lose games, and Kane would not get any stick because his stats are high. Kane works hard. You can't say Kane doesn't work hard. Sure, he's not a Gabriel Jesus presser, but Sergio Aguero wasn't, and Sergio Aguero still won them a lot of games, and he was still vital. I don't think Harry Kane is any less of a presser. Harry Kane can also sit deep, while the likes of Raheem Sterling or a Foden are igniting a lot of that pressing from the front. Just look at Patrick Bamford for Leeds. He's a very high presser. He does all of that work off the ball. And would you say he's any less physically able than Harry Kane? Maybe he's a bit quicker. Maybe he's a bit quicker than Kane, and maybe Kane lacks a bit of that. But Kane's a very dynamic player. I mean, that's fair enough. That's a fair enough viewpoint, to be fair. If you'd rather have someone that's a bit more dynamic, someone that's a bit more a bit more easy on the eye to watch than a Harry Kane, like Lautaro Martinez, I presume would be probably one of your main go-to guys, or a Paulo Dybala up there, then maybe I can understand that. You know, it all depends on what you want to see from your football team. Like I say, I wouldn't necessarily agree with that, because I feel like Kane is just an elite player, and when you get elite players, you put them in your team no matter what. But that's, you know what, that depends what you like about football, depends what you watch football, depends how you want to see your teams play. So I can 100% understand that. Not that I 100% agree with it. I feel like Kane is a bit of a workhorse, and he would get stick. Like, let's not forget, it was only a couple years ago, everyone was slating Harry Kane under the sun. They said, why are you playing him in the final? Wasn't good enough. Why are you playing him over Son? Spurs play better when Son's starting up top. Well, like you literally just said here, Spurs made it to the final during Kane injury. When he came back to the final for Lucas Moura, we saw what happened. I don't think he played bad in the final, to be honest. They played bad in the final. I don't think Kane played specifically bad. He made a good couple of runs off the ball. It wasn't his best game. That was also because he was just coming back off an injury. That was his first game back. And let's not forget, Lucas Moura missed an absolute sitter in that final. He came off the bench and had the best chance of the game for Tottenham, and he blazed it over the bar and completely wasted it. So there's two sides to every story there. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people said they did play better without Kane. But then again, who did they have in the semi-final that got them through? Who got them through against Man City when they won these games? I'll tell you what, it was even more of a lump than Kane. It was Llorente. Llorente played in those games. Llorente got like 2 assists against Ajax. He got a goal against Manchester City. It was a handball goal nonetheless, but he was still there. Like against Ajax, they basically subbed Llorente on and started lobbing balls up to him, and he was basically the stick man up there. He wasn't doing a lot of dynamic movement, a lot of pressing. So it always gives you another option. Crossing it into the ball and playing it long, it's unfashionable, but it's still a tactic, and it still gives you more options. Everything can't be so easy to read as to just have small players running around on the pitch. It depends on the opposition. Look, it depends on the opposition, because sometimes you need a hold-up man. You need someone to make it stick. Whether you think he ain't the cake or you think he's not the best striker in the world, he's still a world-class striker, man. He's still a world-class striker. He's a golden boot winner. He's a golden boot winner. Just the media and Spurs system that make Kane a god. He ain't the cake. Look, you may not think he's the best striker since the Sun. You may think he's a bit overrated, and that's fair enough. But to completely discredit him, I feel is very, very harsh. I feel that's very harsh indeed. The guy's numbers. Look at his numbers. At the end of the day, if you look at it in a purely statistical facts, yeah, of goals and assists, look at his goals, man. The only guy, it was a couple of years ago, the only guy getting more goal contributions than him per year was Lionel Messi. That's got to count for something. Got to count for something, man. Do you know how many goals a striker is? The hardest position in the pitch to sign, because the hardest thing to do is put the ball in the back of the net. So if you're getting that many goals in a year, you know what? You deserve the credit, in my opinion. If you're working your balls off and getting 20 plus goals in virtually every season, going on to almost break the Premier League record for most goals in the Premier League at all, you know, you got to get some sort of credit, man. I mean, maybe you could say he's a bit overrated by a lot of people, but yeah, it's very, 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 very harsh. You're very harsh on Kane. Are you an Arsenal fan, mate? Are you an Arsenal fan? I can smell an Arsenal fan in you. I can smell an Arsenal fan. Here we go. Come on, let's get the second half started. Let's get some subs going, man. Let's get some subs. Who do you guys want to see come onto the pitch? Do you want to see Kane off? I'm guessing you want to substitute Kane off and bring Ollie Watkins on. I'm guessing that's what you want to do. I need to find the squad for this England team. What is the England squad? Someone show me what the bench is. What is the bench saying? England vs Austria. Someone tell me what the squad is saying. All right, live score. They're usually pretty good. They're usually pretty decent. Come on. Here we go. Show me the bench. Show me the money. Show me the money. Show me the money. No, I don't want to see the 26-man squad. I know the 26-man squad, you muppets. And guess what? Oh, man, you're going to show me the Scotland substitutes and the French substitutes. But you're not going to show me the England substitutes. Are you actually taking the piss? If you want trophies, you try to ignore stats paddler. Messi, Ronaldo are not paddler. They contribute to extra numbers. I bet when Rashford and Kane leave their clubs, Man United and Spurs will win trophies. I don't think Rashford can be put in the same breath as Kane there. I mean, very different numbers-wise. Yeah, but comparing anyone to Messi and Ronaldo is ridiculous. Of course, they're not Messi and Ronaldo. No one is Messi and Ronaldo. No one is. No, they're the two greatest players to ever grace the game that's been going for over 100 years. So, you can't compare them to Messi and Ronaldo. They're just freaks. But look, they won't. They won't. And you know what you just said there, which is absolutely ridiculous? What you've just said is, when Kane leaves Spurs, Spurs will win trophies, yeah? I can't believe I just said that. That should have been illegal to say. Because if there's two things that do not go together in the same sentence, it's Spurs and it's trophies. Alright, if you're writing an exam and you write the words Spurs or Tottenham, or like anything to do with Tottenham, and you have trophy in the same sentence, you actually get an F. Like, I've spoken to examinators, the people on the boards, and they will say, if you even try and have the two anywhere near the same paragraph, then you get a straight fail. All right? They don't work together. It's chalk and cheese. Tottenham and trophies. That's why Harry Kane hasn't won any trophies. It's nothing to do with his work. It's to do with the fact that he plays for Tottenham Hotspur. And Tottenham Hotspur do not win trophies. They haven't won a major trophy in colour. In colour. Yeah? See what we're talking about here. Ah, shit. Oh, shit, I just refreshed that. Hopefully that didn't mess anything up for you guys. I hope that didn't mess anything up for you guys. It all seems fine to me. I just refreshed my... Why is it on 2 minutes? I don't want 2 minutes. That is fraudulent. Who would you guys bring on? Who would you bring on? Who would you bring on? Who is your substitution to make? Who would you bring on? Do you want to keep Kane on? Who are you bringing on? All right, let me have a little look here. Let me have a little look here. That is a lie. Kane is the reason Spurs don't win trophies. Dude, direct the whole system towards his stat increase. No, because if anyone played depressing football, it was Maurizio Pochettino, and Harry Kane was instrumental in that. And no, before Harry Kane got there, what trophies did Tottenham win? They don't win trophies. It's not in their religion. It's not in their nature. This is crazy. I can't believe I'm hearing this. Can't believe I'm hearing Harry Kane is the reason Tottenham don't win trophies. Tottenham haven't been winning trophies for decades. Before Harry Kane got in there. This is absolutely crazy. Harry Kane is most definitely not the reason. Maybe you could say over the past year. I mean, that's a crazy argument in itself. But Tottenham and trophies, like I said, they do not go together. You know what else isn't going together? This top and success. Alright? So if you don't score in the opening 5 minutes, there's going to have to be a deadline day transfer. I've got my Raheem Sterling top in the corner, primed and ready. If we don't start fixing this up, if we don't start switching things up. Who do you support, Saha, out of, is it Saha? Sorry if I'm mistaken that, mispronouncing that. I do not mean to be offensive. I know it's, very offensive to mispronounce names, but, who do you support, out of curiosity? I'm not saying that's anything to do with the Harry Kane debate. You know, I was joking around, of course, saying you're an Arsenal fan, but Who do you support out of curiosity? As the players line up for the second half here, Jordan Pickford taking the run out. Oh my days, what's going on there, man? I keep refreshing that. Chelsea. Okay, so you got a Chelsea fan. Well, mate, you must be absolutely buzzing. You must be absolutely buzzing with that Champions League win. I tell you, I watched it live on stream. It was a hectic day. I'll tell you that much. It was a hectic day. A lot of beer going down. A lot of drunk shenanigans, and hopefully that drunk shenanigans will be back for the actual Euro 2021 tournament. Maybe the next England game. I'll see how I'm feeling. That was a good day. Who was your man of the match that day, out of curiosity? Who was your man of the match? I said mine was Reece James, and then obviously, you know, Kante had a great game, so you got to look at Kante as well. There was a lot of good performers that day. Kai Havertz as well. What a performance he had. Not just the goal, but phenomenal play by Kai Havertz. Chelsea in England and Wolfsburg in Germany. I'm guessing you're German then. I think that's safe to say. I'm guessing you are German. So is that why? Do you like Germany because of Tuchel and because of the fact they signed Werner and Havertz, or did you just always like German thingy in general? Kante, yeah, can't look past Kante, mate. He's getting a lot of recognition now. A lot of recognition he probably duly deserved before, because what a flipping player he is. And this is what I'm saying about Tuchel. Funny how Kante is suddenly back to his best now that a manager's actually playing him in his preferred position, instead of throwing him out into a number 8 role, which he cannot play as well as he can his defensive midfield role. You need him to do the dog work. Yeah, I'm German. Whereabouts in Germany are you from, mate? Whereabouts in Germany are you from? Whereabouts in Germany are you from? I actually learnt German for about 5 years. I can speak decent. All right, I can if I go to Germany, I'll be able to get myself around, but I won't be able to I can't speak it fluently. Actually, speaking of speaking fluent here, I've been a Chelsea fan from 2010. Oh, okay. So when the money came in, that's what you're telling me. When the money came in, Zaha came in. Zaha, yeah? Is that better? Is he German? I'm guessing it's a German name. Chelsea fan from 2010. Came in with the money. All makes sense now. But, hang on a tick. So you're German, yeah? And your English seems pretty fucking amazing right now. I was having this conversation with you. Hang on, Grealish is giving it to Trent. I was having this conversation with you, and I almost presumed you were either American, English, New Zealand, Australian, because you seem pretty damn... Your English seems pretty damn good. Did you learn it in school or something? Ich komme aus Munich. I'm guessing that's I'm from Munich. Or I'm currently living in Munich, because I was born as Ich wohne in it. So ich komme aus Munich. I come from Munich. I come from Munich. Is that it? Is it? I come from Munich. I come from Munich. I feel like comma. It makes sense to be come. And that's enough talking about come before I get demonetized. Oh, mate, playing a risky game here. Playing a risky game. I tell you who else is playing a risky game. England. Because this is shocking. This is not good enough. It's woeful. It's poor. Munich's a lovely place by all accounts, so I've been told. Actually, where would be your number 1 place to go then for a tourist going to Germany? I was potentially going to live in Germany next year, do a year abroad for uni, but they screwed me over and they said, actually, you know what, you've done all this work to get it, but we're not actually doing it for your course, despite the fact we said we were. Bunch of snakes. I lived in Cheshire and did private schooling in Cheshire for 5 years. Oh, Cheshire. Cheshire's a nice place, you know. Very, very nice. Countryside estate kind of vibes. Okay. Oh, nice. How come, what, did you come from Germany to England and then back to Germany then? You must have family down here or something. I'm presuming you have family, or you just came down for the schooling. If you give me these English players, I can win you a World Cup. A lot of people could, mate. I'm telling you, this squad is elite. It is the creme de la creme. And a lot of people do not rate Gareth Southgate's handling of these players, because if we don't win something with these players, then it's criminal. It's almost as bad as the Golden Generation. In fact, you could say it's worse than the Golden Generation if we don't win with these players. Absolutely crazy. So, you know what? Maybe I will give you the ropes. But I personally have a lot of faith in my main man, Gareth Southgate. He's made a lot of cock-ups, but I do have faith in him. I'm born in Munich, but then I lived in Austria, Vienna, and Cheshire. Oh, an extraordinaire. A traveller. Not a traveller, what do you call them? Well, I guess you're travellers, the people that go all around the world, that like travelling. Cultured individual is what I call them. Someone that's been around. I haven't done enough travelling, to be honest. I've been on holiday to a few nice places, but that's fucking mad. So you went to Austria, Vienna, and Vienna's in Austria, right? I'm not being a prat. I'm pretty sure Vienna's in Austria. I know it's a banging song, I'll tell you that much. And then Cheshire, and then back to Germany. I'm guessing you're back back in Germany, or you're living in Cheshire again. And no, I have not just shrunk 3 inches. I've accidentally pulled my chair down. I'll tell you who could do. Oh, you lived in Austria. And we're playing Austria. Okay. So you've lived in England and Austria. Ah. Yes, my dad has a business in Greater Manchester. We come often. Where are you from? Oh. Oh, really? Okay. That's nice. I'm from London, but I live in Austria. Yes, a new subscriber, Sahad. Thank you very much for subscribing and joining the biggest community of forward-thinking, like-minded pioneers of the beautiful game. You are very, very welcome, my man. Like I say, I'm from London. I lived in London for 18 years, but I'm currently going university in Manchester. So I live in a place called Longsight, if you know where that is. Where's your dad's business located, by any chance? Is it near central Manchester? Ethan is telling me get in goal. I don't know what he's talking about because my stream... Oh, my days. My timer is not there. I'm so sorry. Let me just fix this. Oh, damn. Okay. Add. You live in Austria. No. I don't live in... No. I live in Manchester. Did I say I live in Austria? No. I don't live in Austria. I was saying you have an affiliation to both nations here. Affiliation. So tell me more. Do you know anything about this Austrian team then? Anyone we should be wary of? Anyone that we should be wary of specifically? I mean, of course, you got Alaba, you got Sabitzer, and you got Arnautovic, the main threats. I don't think Arnautovic is even playing since he's gone to China. He's gone a bit downhill, hasn't he? Sabitzer, the main one for me. I feel like he is the big dog of Austria. No, I live in Manchester. The ball's ripped in by Saka. It's flicked back and it's gone out for a goal kick. Alongside OMG, I came there with my dad to eat in a restaurant. Do you know Curry Mile? Yes, I do, mate. The Curry Mile is very close to my house. It's very, very close. It's literally down the road, down the street, is Curry Mile. Literally, probably, what, like a 5-minute walk from my house? There's a company called Mazda there. I actually did an interview with them last year for my... Sabitzer, yeah, Sabitzer. Stabilizer. Sabitzer, yeah. Ball's ripped in by Trent, and it's cleared away. Yeah, Sabitzer, what a fucking player he is, man. So Sabitzer, Alaba, yeah. Yeah, 100%. That's what I definitely agree with. From my opinion, obviously I don't know too much about the rest of the team. But yeah, Komar, very, very close. If you know a place called Mazza, top blokes there. Did an interview with the owner of that over owner of that restaurant over, believe the pandemic, over coronavirus, about how everything was being affected. Wrote a nice article about that, because I am a journalism student, if you are wondering. But yeah, that whole area is very close, central Manchester. I'm probably going to be moving around Fallow next year, which is still, again, very near Curry Mile. This sweet shop called Nafiz, and they served us nice sweets. Well, Nafiz, I'll have to give it a check, mate. Nafees. I'm gonna have to give that a check out, mate. You've put in a good word for them, so I'm gonna have to see what they're saying. I haven't seen any sweet shops here, actually. There used to be a hopscotch back in London I used to go to, but no, yeah. Wait, Cheshire is really close to Manchester, isn't it? Actually, now that I think about it, isn't it? I swear Cheshire is close, because I was thinking in London, but it's in Manchester, isn't it? Yeah, fucking hell. Fucking hell, it is close. Yeah, 40-minute drive. It's 40-minute drive. Speaking of drive, Trent Alexander-Arnold has driven a ball in here. It's come back to Kane. It's been cleared away. I think there's some fraudulence going on here. I'm hearing a goal from you guys. I saw a goal from Gamer Guy Ethan. But my stream, I'm in the 54th minute. Fallowfield, I know that. I went to Nando's near Fallowfield. Oh, what Nando's is that, mate? I don't know any I know there's a Nando's in City Centre. And there's one like 10-15 minutes away near Didsbury. If there's one in Fallow, I need to find... Oh, in Fallowfield. Oh, I'm an idiot. Yeah. I'm hopefully going there. Saka scores, Bargav. I can't see a Saka goal on my screen. I may need to refresh this ITV thing, because this is fraudulent. I'm just looking at Jude Bellingham scratching his hair right now. I'm not seeing anything about a Saka goal. I don't know if you guys are watching like 10 minutes ahead of me. I need to refresh my stream. I know that I went to a Nando's near Fallowfield. Hang on a sec. Is my thing really far behind here? What minute are you guys in? What minute are you in? I feel like my ITV has cocked up big time here. I feel like I've really been screwed over. England on the attack here. This could be the goal. It's Saka. It's Grealish. And it is Saka! It's 1-0! England! England! Saka! Bukayo Saka makes it 1-0, and you're right. What the hell is going on my stream? It must be 15 bloody minutes behind. It was a kamikaze goal by all accounts. It was a crazy goal. The ball is won in the midfield there. Beautiful tackle by Jude Bellingham. Lovely challenge. Grealish plays it out, but real deal to Harry Kane. Harry Kane drills it inside. Lovely ball in there, and it's tackled off Grealish, I believe, by the centre half, and it finds its way to Saka. Was that a pass by Grealish? No, it was tackled into the path of Saka there. Lovely ball in there by Lingardinho. Lingard, who hasn't think, yes, you are 3 minutes behind maybe. Yeah, and I'm watching ITV, so that doesn't make any sense. So I'm refreshing that, because that I cannot deal with. That is one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen. It was a crazy goal, by all accounts. Oh, here we go. Now I'm in the 62nd minute. Flipping hell, man. I was like 7 minutes behind. I was like 7 minutes behind. Oh my days. ITV are useless. Can I just say that? You frauds. Alright, so 15 minutes. What is it? 17. 18. Alright, that should be it now. This is the time of the game. I'm 10 seconds ahead here, so I'm going to pause it. I'm going to resume it in 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. Here we go. The time is correct now. I'm so sorry. I was literally 5 minutes behind. I'm such a fraud. You guys are probably like, what the hell is this guy talking about? He's not even seeing the goal. And I'm seeing Ethan come in here telling me there's a goal. I'm seeing you telling me Saka scores. Bargav telling me Saka scores. And I'm sat here scratching my ass, wondering what the hell's going on. ITV, massive frauds. But if you do want to pay me to come and do some work for you in the future, you know, in the near future, Maybe you're not. Maybe you are the best broadcasting company in the planet. Depends on who wants to get me to come and work for them. If you get to Wilmslow Road from Fallowfield, you end up straight at Cheshire Wilmslow Road. Oh, really? Yeah, Wilmslow Road is literally in between Longsight and Fallowfield, mate. It's like I live in Longsight. Fallowfield's literally the other side of Wilmslow Road. So Cheshire, yeah, because I used to work near there. I used to work near Cheadle-Hulme. That's kind of near the Cheshire area. That's interesting. So I'm guessing your dad has a company in England, and then maybe one in Austria and in Germany, which is why you've been all over the gaff. That's sick, man. That's so nice. You got to live in all these different places. What's your favorite place out of all of them? Out of Austria, England, and Germany? Which one's your favorite place? Actually, that's funny. The two places that I had an opportunity to go abroad to were Austria and Germany. And I put them both down, and they screwed me over with both of them because they said, you know what, you're not going anywhere, mate. You're stuck in Manchester is what you're doing. You're not getting a year abroad. And that's a lovely header there by Calvert Lewandowski. Waitrose is in Cheadle-Hulme. Well, I presume there is a Waitrose there. I never saw one. I just used to get the 50 down to the warehouse I used to work in. But I'm guessing that Waitrose is somewhat near you. Also in Cheshire and near Stockport Road. Now, Stockport Road is where I used to get the bus every day to get there. So I definitely know about the old Stockport Road. Oh, flipping hell, that is ridiculous by Calvert Lewandowski there. Look at the height he gets, man. Look at the height he gets. He gets about 4 of me in his jump, man. Honestly, what the hell is that? If he jumped next to me, I'd probably shit my pants. And I don't know what I'd do with the shit. All right, but there's shit everywhere. Also in Cheshire and near Stockport Road, I lived in Germany a lot less, mostly in Austria. Oh, okay. And the thing is, in Austria, they get a lot. Is there a lot of English-speaking people there, or am I getting wrong there? Because I know in Belgium there is, and a lot of these other places. So I'm not sure if it's the same in Austria. Because I went all around that when we did some like World War II memorial thing. We went all around. OMG, how come lol? I came to your stream. How come what? How come what? I've said a lot of things. I forgot what I said. I forgot what I said. How come what? You came to my stream. You did, in fact, come to my stream, though, and I'm very appreciative of that fact. It's very good to have you here, to have someone that clearly knows their ball. We had a very good debate about Harry Kane, about football, about how the dynamics of how we should play, and this is what it's all about. It's about getting people who want to have a conversation here. I've got my opinion, but my opinion is, of course, subject to a lot of bias, so it's always good to have someone like you that have a different point of view on certain issues. Then we can get a debate going, then we can talk about it. They are English speaking. They are English speaking. Oh, okay. In these other countries, I presume that's what you're saying. You're saying you're an idiot, James. Why the fuck would I have come on your stream if we couldn't speak English? But that's fucking sick, man. So where are you? Are you back in Austria now? I'm guessing, or have you just gone to Munich now? But either way, mate, you must know a lot of languages, which is going to help you a lot in the world of business, because that is a massive skill to have, is the ability to speak multiple languages. Let me tell you that. My dad will tell you that for a fact. I came in random, and I visit in Cheshire, not far from you, lol. You're in Cheshire right now? Yeah, no, it's really not far from me at all. Not far at all, Cheshire. Oh, you're living in Vienna. You're living in Vienna right now. Okay. Okay, I thought you said you visit. Okay, so you come to and from Cheshire quite a bit. That's sweet, man. I actually want to go to Vienna at one point. Go watch Rapid Vienna. Maybe a bit of Austria Vienna. Who's your team there? Are you a Rapid Vienna fan, or I'm pretty sure they're in Vienna, right? Rapid Vienna and Austria Vienna. I think those are the two teams, unless if that's a completely different league. I remember I used to have to use them in some SBCs. There was I used to always buy the Rapid and Austria Vienna players because there would be a marquee matchups between them, and their players would go through the roof. Here we go, Jack Grealish now drills a ball in. And no one can get their foot on the end of it. And you know what? This is not good enough. I'm still here, by the way. I'm still here. I just need to go for 5 seconds because there is a deadline day transfer that needs to be done. Here we go. Here we go, boys. It's a bit broken. It's a bit worse for wear, but it needs to come here. Rapid Vienna, Austria, Wien. That's it. That's it. I don't know why I was saying Vienna. Because you pronounce your W's as V's over there, don't you? So, Rapid Vienna, Austria, Wien. I don't support Austrian teams, to be fair. I don't blame you, because they're probably not the best. Kind of like Armenian teams for me. Not very good. And our national team, actually our national team is banging right now, but generally the teams aren't very good. But here we go. Had to get rid of that trash. And here we go. This is it. Get the big boy shirt on. The Raheem Sterling shirt. The England shirt. The shirt of dreams by all accounts. Here we go. This is it. Now we're talking. Now we're cooking. Now we're getting the win. Now we are getting the win. The England shirt on. The luck is on. I need to get the new one. I need to get a Calvin Phillips shirt. Calvin Phillips, of course, being confirmed in the England squad now. I need to get my hands on a Calvin Phillips shirt. Who would you guys get on your shirt if you could choose one England player? Who's your favourite England player? I'm guessing from you. Actually, I know who yours is. Who is White? Ben White. Oh, would you believe it? Benjamin White's coming on. And let me tell you about Ben White. You probably, this is because it's the first time you stumbled across my channel, mate. I'm actually a Leeds United fan. Our first year back in the Premier League. This guy, Ben White. Oh, shit. Sorry, I'm such an idiot, by the way. I can't believe I haven't done this. And no one's reminded me. You massive frauds. I need to update the scoreboard. There we go. It's 1-0. But Benjamin White, for me, is one of the best defenders in the league. I feel like he should have been picked in the main squad. He is absolutely quality. I'd partner him with John Stones myself. I think he's better than Cody, better than Mings, better than all these players. He played for Leeds in the Championship for a year on loan from Brighton. And he was our second best player. Probably third best player behind Pablo and Calvin. He was instrumental. On the ball, he is one of the silkiest players. He's like John Stones, the way he plays with the ball from the back. He's very good at slotting into the midfield as well. He can play holding midfield if he needs to. Say when Calvin Phillips used to drop into centre-back, he used to come in there. Your Leeds guy in the Germany squad. I love Leeds. Well, who doesn't, mate? What a club. And I presume you're talking about Robin Koch. I do love Robin Koch. Koch's an absolutely beautiful player. I do love Koch. Oh, no. Oh, for fuck's sake. You've set me up there. You stitched me up. You've got me to say that now. And guess what? Now that's clipped up going everywhere. Fucking brilliant. Brilliant. That's going to be there now, isn't it? Completely stripped out of context. Yeah, but no, I do love Robin Koch. He's a quality player as well. He's actually quite similar to Ben White. Koch's who we bought as a Ben White replacement. That was it. We needed another. We needed another player who was good at passing the ball out from the back. Another player who was composed on the ball, and that's exactly what Ben White is. He's very composed on the ball. He's someone that is very good at taking the ball from deep. His ball progression numbers are very good. His take-on numbers are very good, and he's just a classy player. He's very composed. He knows exactly where to be at the right time. He doesn't make too many rash challenges. When the pressure's up against him, he will deliver. He's good aerially. He's good on the ball, off the ball. He does the job, and he's very young, and he's someone who's only going to develop as the years go forward. And he is probably England's best prospect. Whenever he's played against Leeds, he's been our best player. My dad used to tell me stories about Leeds. Bowyer, Ferdinand, Viduka, Smith, blah, blah, blah. You mean when we were Champions League semi-finalists, mate? My dad used to tell me stories about them as well. Because unfortunately, I wasn't old enough to see it myself. I only got to watch world-class players like, Kisnorbo. World-class players like Housen, Snodgrass, Rodolph Austin. White over Fridge Maguire. Yeah, exactly, man. He's a fridge. He's got no. He's either forwards or he's either forwards or he has to turn and go forwards again. There's no sideways dimensions with him. If you push him to the side, he's toppling over, man. He's a fridge on wheels. I've been saying it for time. Finally, someone sees my point. I don't know how White isn't playing over him, but yeah, mate. Tell me about it. We used to have one hell of a team there. Harry Kewell before he left, Ferdinand Viduka. I mean, the first memory I have was when we stopped Arsenal from winning the league in 2002, 2003. I was watching the game with my dad, and my dad was throwing me up into the ceiling, celebrating when Viduka scored to stop him going up. I'm only 16. Oh, okay. So I'm talking about the young blood of the game, the lifeblood of the game. It's a young man's sport. This is what I'm talking about, the forward-thinking young pioneers. That's what this channel is all about. That's what I founded it for, is to connect with more of you lot. And I'm 20 myself. Do you like any other sports? Yes, I do. I actually like all sports, pretty much. I'm someone that, although I was skinny, although I was very small, and you know what, let me tell you something. You know that old con they tell you, where the sporty people and the athletic people are the ones that get all the girls, they're the really popular ones. Let me tell you, that's an absolute load of bogus, alright? Because I was a skinny, ugly little bitch, alright? But I was very good at sports. So it didn't fucking work out for me. Did not work out for me at all. But I love running. I've always loved long distance running, short distance running, athletics, long jump, triple jump, football, basketball. I've played a little bit. I'm not very good at basketball. Rugby, I'm absolutely trash at because I'm a little midget, so I just get squashed. What else is there? Tennis, I'm pretty good at tennis. Badminton, I can hold my own at. I'm very good at badminton. Gymnastics, I'm good at. If you throw me in at most sports, I will be able to hold my own because I've always been athletic. I've always been able to run around, to do these kind of things. Gym, working out, bodybuilding, powerlifting. Let me think. What other sports are there? Swimming, I'm a pretty good swimmer. So I do. I'm all right, but I do enjoy these sports as well. Formula 1 was great. I love watching Formula 1. I love watching. That's what I like, sports, man. That's what I am. That's my bread and butter. My bread and butter is sports. What about you, mate? What kind of sports do you enjoy? The thing is why I love sports and fighting as well. I can't believe I didn't talk about fighting. I love boxing. I love MMA. I actually do a bit of MMA training. Someone else who looks like he does MMA training is Calvert Lewin, who's in on goal here. He whips it across, and it's a terrible cross there. I love sports, man. I love competition. I love the aspect of putting yourself into a mind frame where it's you and the other person, and you're doing every single little thing you can to beat them. Competition is the essence of life for me. It's what makes life what it is. It's what makes everything is a competition. And it's the only time when you're truly switched on, you're truly focused on a goal and a task. And sport is just such a pure essence of it. I love it, man. That's why I did this. I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't enjoy it. I love talking about sports. Football is my main sport. That's the sport I've known from a very young age. So that's the first one I talk about. But all sports, man, I love it all. I can watch it all. I can do it all. Very enjoyable. What about you? What's your favorite sport? What is your favorite sport? What's your go-to? I see you popped in on my my Billy Joe Saunders fight once. So I presume you're a boxing fan as well, Baragav. And what about you, Sahar? You've been all over the gaff. You must have been exposed to quite a lot of other sports over there. I love MMA and football. Football. Bro, I have to go for dinner now. Good night. Thank you very much for coming in, Sahar. It's been a pleasure speaking to you, and I hope to see you soon. I'll be doing a lot of streams for a lot of countries over this upcoming Euro tournament, and not just that, fighting and football, of course, because you talk about that, Bagav, MMA. You like MMA as well? Well, there's a massive MMA fight. It's my guy, Conor McGregor, the best fighter of all time for me. Conor McGregor, he's fighting Poirier in the trilogy, and I'll have my proper 12 at the gear for that one. I cannot wait. But grew up on basketball, American football, and ice hockey. Right now, I'm watching hockey. Oh, okay. So that's what I mean. There's like the whole sporting landscape in America is so different, isn't it? Like ice hockey and hockey, it's not heard of over here. Like the only time I ever saw people playing hockey was we had a girls' hockey team in school, but that was it really. Like I never really saw anything else about hockey. American football as well. Our counterpart of that is rugby. If you've ever heard of rugby, it's basically very similar to American football, but without the head guards and the protective gear. Yo, I love Conor McGregor. Mate, who doesn't love Conor McGregor? I've got about 3 Conor McGregor t-shirts over there, mate. Honestly, I'm probably the biggest Conor McGregor fanboy you'll ever see. When he lost to Khabib, when he lost to Poirier. Oh, when he lost to Poirier, that was fucking tragic. I waited up till 6 a.m. and he lost. I was literally on the floor in disbelief. I'd had about 2 whole bottles of Proper 12 as well. I was really up for it. And then he ended up losing. I can only pray he comes back strong because, oh, mate, what a fucking man. He's confident. I mean, mentally, the things he teaches you about singleness of purpose, about believing, and about positive inspiration through your own mind. Proper 12 is a real whiskey, lol. Yes, it is, mate. It's the smoothest liquor in the business. Honestly, for a whiskey that's 2 years old, it's the smoothest Irish whiskey money can buy. Let me tell you that Proper 12. Poirier hurt his legs. Good night. Good night, Sahar. Thank you very much for coming along. I do massively enjoy it, and I hope to see you soon. Have a good dinner. Have a good dinner, my man. Have a good dinner. And yes, Poirier did hurt his legs. Poirier did him up there. I feel like he was too heavy on the boxing stance, McGregor. He wasn't fluid enough. He wasn't doing enough of the MMA moves. So what do you train any MMA or football, Bagav, or do you play hockey? Is that what you're saying? What sports do you play? Are you do you play for a hockey team? Because like around here, that's what I mean. Like there aren't really many hockey teams. And like I said, like you were saying about the rich people thing, like about soccer or I can't believe I just said that, or football being considered a sport for the rich people over there. Over here, you have like tennis, but it's very hard to play tennis or compete unless if you have the right setup around you. Rugby, again, there's quite a few rugby teams, but for me, you wouldn't catch me dead playing rugby. Because to be honest, you would catch me dead playing rugby, but it would be after the game was finished, and I'd be dead on the floor under a pile of rubble of about 6 massive hench dons. Let me tell you. Should I tell you about my first rugby session I did in school? So it was year 7, and I'm smaller now, but I've grown a bit, and I've bulked up a bit of size because I've worked out and stuff. Back then, I was literally a twig. Yeah. Oh, what's Pickford doing there? Oh, he's almost handed the ball outside of his box. That's crazy there. But so I'm there. Check the stars there. I'm there playing rugby. I get the ball given to me, and I'm like, shit. What do I do here? I look for a second to the right. I look left, you know, like I'm crossing the road. Left, right. Look forward. And this fucking massive don with a belly the size of Jupiter decides to fucking jump on top of me. The fattest guy in the year. Like, not just fat. Tall, massive, like, probably weighed about 5 times the size of me. Jumps on top of me. And I'm like, oh shit, this is ropes. He's got me on the floor. So then the second biggest guy in the year, the guy's about 6'3", and it's year 7, so we're like 11 years old, and he's somehow 6'3" with a full bloody beard. Again, massive. Also jumps on top of me. So they're both on top of me, trying to get the ball off me. I'm literally there on the ground, like dying, like with my arm stuck out, and the PE teacher had to literally grab my arm and like fucking pull me from under the rubble. I wish I can fight like Max Holloway. So what do you do? Do you train fighting? Max Holloway, one of the best boxers in MMA. One of the best boxers in MMA. He's his skills, the way he can slip punches. I mean, did you see? I forgot. It was his last fight, wasn't it? I forgot who he fought, man. And he was literally there, like mugging him off, like he was barely throwing a punch. He was just feinting. He was dodging away. He's so slick with his movements. He's got such good reaction time. He's a guy who's really come on later on in his career, hasn't he? Like after the first McGregor fight, when McGregor beat him with the ruptured ACL, he was kind of meant to be a hot thing then, and then it kind of slowed down a bit. But as his career's gone on, he's really developed himself into a top fighter. I love training. Yeah, how often do you train? I need to get back into my MMA gym. I was there. I did a good few months of it. And then obviously COVID happened and I had to go back to London, and now I'm back in Manchester, and they're finally opened again. I need to get back there. How long have you been training for? It's so fun to train though, MMA, isn't it? Because when you're training these kind of combat sports, it's such an animalistic thing, like the one-on-one aspect of you and someone else and the mental asset, and you just get all of your energy out, all of your anger out, everything out, and it's exhausting at the same time. Like, compared to going to the gym, like, that's good and all, but when you do some sparring with someone, or you do some rolling, some jiu-jitsu training, whether it be G or no G jiu-jitsu or whatever you're doing, it's such a rewarding and satisfying feeling. So I can see why you love training. Do you do it often? So I presume your main thing, your main sport that you train then is MMA. I love training it myself. I think it's fucking quality. I think a lot of people should. I think combat sports should be bigger in school. I know they are in America. This is what I'm saying. In the States, they do a lot of wrestling in high school. They do a lot of this kind of stuff, don't they? In England, there's no kind of combat sports going on in school at all. And they think, oh, it's so violent. You're going to teach kids to fight. You're going to do this. They're going to become aggressive. But the thing with training someone in a combat sport is when you're trained to fight, you learn your power, and as they say, with great power comes great responsibility. Once you know what you can do to someone and you know your strengths and stuff, you become more calm, more relaxed, because you get humbled. Like, I've never seen a nicer gym of people than when I trained MMA, because everyone there has been dropped by someone else, they've been beaten up, they've been humiliated in the gym, so you get humbled and you realize there's no point trying to act like the big shot, because even if you're amazing at something, some guy could come through the door of the gym next year who's had 2 years more experience and just absolutely kick your ass. So that's why I think they should really have a push for that in schools, to be honest, to get combat sports going more. It'll give younger kids more confidence. There'll be less bullying. There'll be less any of this stuff. And let me tell you, when I was younger, I could have definitely done with some MMA lessons. Because, like I said, when you're a midget little twig, you don't really have much going for you apart from raw aggression. Aggression which found myself in a lot of trouble. Mostly aggression that was released on the football pitch, which again is why I love sports. And, you know, it was my escape of everything. And there's no better escape, really, than football or MMA. So do you play football then? Much? Do you have a team over there that you can do training with? Or are you just a fan of watching it generally? Because for me, football, along with fighting, but especially football, is the most entertaining sport on the planet. Of course, it's what I've grown up with, you know, being from England. Like, it's massive over here. Trent Alexander-Arnold now on the sideline. Like, this second half has been dull, by the way. It's been very, very dull. Can I just say that? You're wondering why we've been talking about flipping Max Holloway and fighting. It's because nothing has been going on here. This second half has been so boring. It's unbelievable. What is this? What is this? Come on, we need to be better than this. If we're going to cause a trouble in the tournament for some of these teams, we have to perform better than this. Like, this is ridiculous. Come on. Are you taking the piss, man? Are you taking the mick? This is absolutely catastrophic. 1-0. Yeah, we've won. Yeah, we've looked comfortable. We haven't really had to fight for much. We haven't had to worry. But come on. You can't tell me this is good enough. This is simply not good enough. It's simply not good enough. I mean, flipping hell, man. This is fucking ridiculous. This is absolutely crazy. Come on, here we go. Oh, they've whipped another ball in. They're getting us under the cosh, man. They're putting us under the cosh. They've almost scored a header. Gregorich almost scored a header there. What's going on, boys? It's not good enough, man. It's not good enough, England. What are you playing at? Mickey mousing around back there. Come on. Come on. You got a tournament coming up in a matter of days, a matter of hours, a matter of moments. And you're here piss farting around with this kind of dodgy, stodgy performance. Oh, it's absolutely ridiculous, mate. Absolutely crazy. And we better see better than this, I tell you. We're going to be back for the Euros, and we better see some better performances like this. I plan to have a lot of streams and a lot of videos over that Euro tournament. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Not just England, a lot of teams, but especially England. And it looks like Trent Alexander-Arnold is injured. This is sad. He's off. Trent's off. Trent's off. And this is the problem with this 33-man squad. What was the point of it? Because you narrowed it down to a 26-man squad before the tournament's even, like, before this game's even played. So now you have an injury to one of the players you named in your 26-man squad. And now you can't change him. It was all stupid, man. It's all been a cock-up. Just choose your squad, show your confidence in who you want to play, and fucking play him, man. Mickey Mousing around with these guys that aren't going to be there. And then we watch a terrible performance like this. It's not good enough, man. It's not good enough. I want to see better. I want to see more. I'm not a hater. I'm not someone who likes to hate England, likes to hate on Gareth Southgate. So we've got no chance. I think we do have a chance, a very good chance. But things have to change. Things have to improve. 3 minutes left of added time here. The ball's cleared away by Bellingham. Can we at least get a second? Come on, boys. Come on, my boys. My brothers. Come on, my brothers. 3 minutes. 3 minutes is all we need. All we need to achieve. To get a second goal. To get something else going here. To get a bit of action. A bit of lifeblood into the team. Into the nation. Come on. Give us something to look forward to in the tournament. Because right now, I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing anything. I'm seeing Trent walk off injured. And that does not excite me. That does the opposite of excite me, actually. That fills me with fear. It fills me with sadness, with sorrow. I hate to see someone get injured like that. That's not good to see at all. That's sad. Poor Trent. Poor Trent. Poor Trent. Who's got the ball here? Austrian goalkeeper flicks it in, grabs the ball, goes to fling it, flings it to absolutely nobody. Absolutely fucking nobody. Are there any big games tomorrow? Let me think. What could I do tomorrow? What's going on tomorrow? What day is it tomorrow? Thursday. Anything going on tomorrow? Anything of note? When's Armenia next playing? That's my question. Because Armenia are looking frightening right now. And I do need to get involved in a bit of that Armenian national team action. And there's a lot of action going on in our bloody goal area right now. They're ripping shots off left, right and centre. Was that a block by Ben White there? Oh no, it looks like Jordan Pickford's injured now. Oh, Jordan Pickford's injured. Oh, this is going worse to worse. This is just getting worse. Is that Jordan Pickford down there? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, this has all gone tits up. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, Pickford's down now. Pickford's down. Oh my days. Oh my days. It was a goal line clearance from Ben White, but Pickford's down. Pickford's injured. Ah, you taking the mick? Are you taking the Michael Bublé right now? Pickford is injured. Trent is injured. England are fumbling along to a 1-0 win against Austria. Pickford's up. Oh, phew. Yes, he is. He is. Okay, good. Flipping hell. Yeah, Pickford for me has to be number one. Pickford's my man for the tournament. Pickford is the man for the job. Trent's not up. Well, he is up, but he's up and off the pitch. That's sad to see. That's very sad to see for him. Pickford, not quite. I mean, Pickford lucky in that sense. And hopefully he's fit for the tournament, because I do not have trust in Dean Smith, Dean Henderson, and I do not have trust in Sam Johnson, in Adam Johnson's long-lost brother. Here we go now. Ollie Watkins showing all of the pace of an elderly care home worker. Here we go. He's in. Gives it to Calvert Lewandowski. Calvert Lewandowski with the IQ of a fucking set 8 child. And he's giving it straight back to Austria. What the hell is that? You ever doing call-ins? Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. If people want to do call-ins, I didn't know anyone would want to come and speak to me. If anyone wants to do call-ins, I've got my Discord in the description. I need to set that up. I need to get some channels going for, like, obviously football talk, MMA talk. So it won't be over the phone, obviously. It'll be via Discord. If you watch Hugh Wizzy, obviously he does a similar thing to that. I want to do something like that where I can get you guys involved in and after the game. Maybe some half-time conversations. So yes, there is a Discord in the link in the description where I will be more than happy to do phone-ins. So join that. And also, we can have a little bit more conversation there. You know, when I'm off air, we can speak in there, get some conversations going about football, about life, about anything, you know. And I can tell you where I am, when I'm hoping to stream, when we can do stuff. So yes, call-ins are definitely something that are in the works. For this Euros, mate. There's going to be a lot of call-ins, a lot of streaming, and hopefully a lot of videos as well. But these videos do take a hell of a lot of time to make, let me tell you. That whole editing malarkey, not easy at all. Not easy at all. But I do want to revamp things. I want to fix this overlay a bit more, get a bit more interactivity going, because I want to interact more. And as you say, phone-ins are a good way of interacting. I want to get you guys more involved in this. It's about us. It's not about me. I want to get the drillers here, all right? I want to get the drillers involved. So yes, phone-ins are definitely on the horizon. And the game is done. It's 1-0. Very poor. Does anyone have any words to say about that game? Does anyone have any last minute thoughts about that? About the game? About how it went? Were you impressed? Were you not impressed? I'll tell you one thing. I wasn't very impressed. That game did not fill me with confidence. It did not fill me with confidence at all. It was good. It was good to get the win. And I like to stay positive, and maybe I'd be a bit more positive if, you know, if today had gone a bit better. But that's by the by. Cheers. Good luck on your trials. Thank you very much for coming along, Bagav. I hope to see you very soon, and thank you very much for that. I hope it goes well myself, and I thank you for your kind words about the trials. And I hope all things go well with you. I hope your training goes well. I hope the weather's nice over there. You know, we've actually got a few days of nice weather over here. You guys probably take it for granted, all the sun you get over there. It's actually bloody beautiful over here for a change. So I hope all goes well with you. When's your next watch along? Well, there is going to be a England one on Saturday. We're playing, but I do have a plan for Friday. Because obviously I have my trials on Friday, and depending on what time I get back, there is Portugal versus Spain at 5:30 or 6:30, I believe, and I do want to do that. I'm very excited for that game. I feel like Portugal versus Spain is going to be an absolute cracker, as it was in the World Cup with the 3-3 of Ronaldo. Austria dominated England stats-wise. Well, stats aren't everything, but in the second half, they were definitely the more aggressive team. We were pinned back a lot in that second half. It was really backs to the wall stuff. And if Austria can pin you back to the wall like that, then what the hell can a Spain or a France or a Germany do? That's what I'm saying. Didn't fill me with enough confidence. The squad selection wasn't right. Hopefully next time when we get some more players back and we can put our main squad out, we'll see a different result. But yeah, you're right. Austria caused us a lot of problems, and that's not a good sign. But I will be back for that Portugal-Spain game. I think it is time to wrap this up, though. Thank you guys so much for coming. Because I do need to run gym, by the way, after this. I need to make some food, go gym, and it's already bloody 10 o'clock over here. But thank you very much, Gav. Special shout-outs here to the legends of the channel, the people supporting me, supporting you. We've got Saha Mazid, MVP, along with Bagav Kondetti, the two MVPs of the stream today. Keeping it going, keeping the life going. Absolute legends. I appreciate you so much. Special shout out to Gamer Guy Ethan. Special shout out to Francis Pelican. And of course, a very, very special shout out to my man Atomic Puppet. He's always in here. He's always giving me good words. I do very much appreciate you as well. Absolute legend of the channel. What you do does not go unnoticed. And of course, Morgan Williams as well, another legend of the stream. Thank you guys so much. It means a lot for you guys to spend some of your time enjoying the game with me. And I can only hope to pay you back in many ways in the future. So thank you guys so much. It means a lot to me. And I will see you in the next one, hopefully in just 2 days for that Spain versus Portugal game. And hopefully I'll have some good news about how the trials went. So thank you guys so much. It means a lot. I'll see you in the next one.